What's going on, vets? Markel here, back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. So last night we had started talking about 100% PTSD veterans, and I was saying that all veterans are not created equal. There are some veterans that are able to function on their own as long as they're taking their medication, talking to their psychiatrist, they're completely fine. And I had someone left a comment that's in a different situation with a fiduciary, and they're asking me, well, how come they get to do this and they can't? I mean, you got to talk to your doctor about that. That's not something I can help you with. That's something that is determined by your psychiatrist, right? That's nothing I can tell you other than talk to your psychiatrist, right? But if they have you with a fiduciary, that's because they believe that you're unable or can't, for whatever reason, take care of your own finances or take care of yourself. Now, there is a difference. Now, if you just read 100% PTSD, there's a lot of language in there that's pretty scary for most people if you have the average person read and this person's out on the street walking around. But like I said, it's up to the doctor, the psychiatrist at the time, if they feel this person can function just by taking their medication and they show a history of being responsible, they don't have a problem with that, right? And they won't put restrictions on your passport or on you they'll probably put it on you getting weapons, but they won't put it on you leaving the country, right? Well, here's where my second question comes in. So the question is like this, because I do know this. Let's say you're in Puerto Rico, but you're originally from California. And there's an issue, something happens, you get put into the mental ward in Puerto Rico, which is U.S. territory, and they want to transfer you from there to your doctors back in, California. Is there going to be an issue sending you back? No. There's not going to be an issue sending you back at all right, in that particular situation, because it's U.S. territory, they still have jurisdiction. So they can do what they need to do to help you in that situation. Even if you find yourself in legal trouble and you in U.S. territory, there's a lot more leniency there. There's a lot more help available for you in U.S. territories. Now, take that same question and pose it to somewhere like here in this country. Let's say you have a high mental health rating, 70%, 100%, PTSD or bipolar or schizophrenia or whatever. Okay, you find yourself in a legal situation. Will the VA, will the U.S. government be able to do the same thing they can do in U.S. territory? Absolutely not. If let's say you go abroad, you're 100% PTSD, and you spaz out one time, you go party, drink, you forget to take your meds, and you've been asleep all day, and you get agitated, you go outside and you punch somebody in the face, or you slap some woman, or whatever the case may be. I'm just throwing scenarios out there. You find yourself in a legal situation. Will the VA or will the U.S. government step in because you are a 100% disabled veteran, you have mental health issues? Are they going to step in and try to help you at that point? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because the same way they don't put restrictions on you and you made that decision to leave, it's the same way they're going to look at it when you get yourself in trouble in another country. They're going to make no effort to pick you up, make no effort to intervene, do nothing, because you made that decision on your own. Whenever you leave the U.S. and U.S. territories, when it comes to your health care, that's a personal decision. You decided on your own that you no longer wanted to be in the U.S. or U.S. territory, that you wanted to be in a whole different country. So that is a personal choice. The U.S. government, the Department of Veterans Affairs, is not going to step in at any point to try to intervene. You are on your own. Hopefully that is clear. Now, sometimes they will put a restriction where when you go to the airport to try to leave, you cannot. There's been veterans who tried with their passport. You're not going to be able to leave. They've already put restrictions on it. So As long as you don't have restrictions, you're 100%, you're able to move around as you please. But understand, if you do decide to stop taking your meds, if you do decide, I'm not going to listen to anything they tell me, I'm just going to go out and live my life, and find yourself in a situation, you are no longer in the States. You are no longer in U.S. territories. All this about, well, I'm a veteran, the U.S. government should, look, the U.S. government had everything for you in the U.S. or U.S. territory. When you leave, you saying, okay, I understand you giving me all this while I'm here, but if you leave, everything that you had here, you leaving behind. All the leniency and everything, if you find yourself in legal trouble, you're leaving that behind. You're saying you're responsible enough to go abroad and take care of business. Okay. So when you find yourself in legal trouble, you got to take care of it. And yes, when the embassy finds out, because that's the first thing they're going to do is contact the embassy, and they arrest you and you in jail more than 60 days, they're going to cut that check down to 10%. That's how it works. I'm just letting you know. Okay. So there should be no ambiguity when it comes to this and understanding what is going on. I understand everybody want their freedom. Everybody want their freedom of movement to go wherever they want to go, whenever they want to go. But understand, for those of you with high mental health ratings, you go do something crazy, whether you meant to, you forgot your medication, you were having a bad day, you were just off that day. It's all on you. Nobody's going to step in to try to save you because you made that decision to leave where you were, where all those protections were, to go somewhere else. All right. So hopefully I answered your question to where you can understand precisely what is going on if you do find yourself in legal trouble in another country. They're not going to try to come save you. If you're on the streets, they're not going to try to get you off the streets. Anytime you leave the U.S., okay, and you go into another country, you on your own. You are strictly on your own. Okay, unless you can make your way to the embassy and you won't borrow money to get back to the States because you find yourself in a financial strain. Okay, they'll put you back to the States that way. But any other things that you do abroad, criminal, whatever you get yourself in, they're not going to come help you. They're not. Know that. All right, guys. So that's it for this video. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.